What's good, YouTube? It's your man CJ, aka the High Value Nurse, checking in once again, back with another video. And I got a good one for you today, ladies and gentlemen. And it's gonna hit home on the points that I constantly try to get across on this channel over and over and over again. One of the reoccurring themes that I bring up on this channel is why it's important to be very intentional with the things that you do early in life, ladies and gentlemen. On the video that we're going to be reacting to today, it comes from Dave Ramsey. Now, Dave Ramsey is a financial expert, and he helps people with decision making when it comes to finances and how to get your money up. To make a long story short, we have a gentleman who entered into nursing as a second career later on in life because he lost everything prior in a divorce. Now, I'm not going to spoil the whole video. We are going to watch it, and we're going to watch it together. But it's a learning experience because it teaches us what happens when we let the wrong people inside of our lives. Ladies and gentlemen, you can learn a lot from this, especially you fellas, because I be trying to tell y'all, don't trick off. Make the right choices. You have to be very careful with whom you decide to spend your time with. Make your girlfriend, make your wife, whom you decide to give a baby to, because the wrong woman can cost you financially for the rest of your life. So without further ado, let's get into the video. But before we do, please hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell, so you don't miss none of the content that we got popping off right here on the channel. Now, without further ado, let's roll the clip.
Brought to you by the EveryDollar app. Start budgeting for free today.
I am 69 and a half years old. I am single, unexpected divorce 10 years ago. I went for a career change from full-time ministry to being a registered nurse. And I want to know how to plan for my retirement.
Okay. All right.
Now, before he goes into what he goes into, I want to acknowledge the fact that he said that he went into nursing as a second career. Now, this is why nursing is so dope, because you can get into it at any age and still make a great turnaround despite of what may happen previously and prior to the situation that you're currently in. It doesn't take that long. Nursing is a career field that is very rewarding, and it can help out in situations like this. This gentleman is 59 years old, so he probably went to nursing school when he was 55. You dig what I'm saying? And him being divorced, he had to make some changes. So pay attention.
So now you're a nurse these days?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool.
When did you make that transition?
Finished nurse school 4 years ago.
Wow.
Okay, cool.
Interesting. Good for you. Okay, so what's your financial situation? What kind of money you got saved?
Okay. Through divorce, lost all our saved assets. I was married to someone a little bit younger, and our plan was to, I'd retire first. She keeps working, and we can be generous and give and take care of our children.
He lost everything. Translation, she took me for everything I had. She took me for everything I had. I don't have nothing.
Build a nest egg, buy a mortgage. Anyway, that's all off the rails. So I earn roughly $70,000. I have $20,000 a year I took an early pension from my previous career. So my income is basically $90,000. My child support of about $18,000 a year will be ending at the end of June.
You have an 18-year-old.
So not only is he most likely paying alimony, he's also paying child support on top of that. But fortunately for him, his child support is almost up. We got to be super careful and super intentional.
Yes.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And a 24-year-old.
Okay.
And then I have a $10,000 college loan from the U.S. government, and
Do you have any money saved?
So he probably went to community college, more than likely. He probably got his ADN, associate's degree. So that's cool. He went to school. It didn't cost him that much. He didn't have to pay $50, $60, $80,000 for a degree and make good money. He went to school for about $10,000 and he made it happen.
Yes, 5,000. Well, I had 100,000 before the divorce.
No, I know now.
Together.
Do you have any money now?
But no, 5,000 in mutual fund and 5,000 in cash.
Okay. All right. And the divorce was final when?
Back in 2013.
So over a decade.
So over 10 years. Over 10 years. 5K in mutual funds, 5,000 in cash savings. So, I mean, that's still a long time not to, but I don't know the situation.
Decade ago. Over
That's
10
right.
years ago, and yet you've still saved no money.
I've had child support, and I had nursing school and related expenses.
Okay. All right. But now you're ready to save money. Okay. All right.
Of course. So that's been my plan.
So
And
the
I've had a
answer
budget
is
for
to
the
pile
past
up as
40
much
years.
money as fast as you can. Obviously, you already knew that. You didn't need me for that. How can I help?
Right.
Well, I have a question. What's your living situation? How are you living? Are you renting? Do you own a home?
I am Airbnb, paying basically $1,000 a month.
You live in an Airbnb and you're paying $1,000 a month. Okay.
So he bringing home $90,000, paying $1,000 a month. That's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, that's pretty good. It's just him now. He doesn't. Well, he has his child support that he's paying most likely monthly and everything like that. That's pretty decent. And see, that's why it's so dope. Because again, even with that turnaround time, he's still making more money than the average person, and he has the ability, especially if he decides to put in some overtime, to knock out whatever he needs to knock out relatively quickly. Just pay attention.
Correct.
Okay. Well, for you, it's the baby steps like anybody else. I mean, the first step is you got to pay off this $10,000 loan that you have. You got $10,000, and let's knock that out instantly. You're making $90,000 a year. You're single. You have a very low, I'm going to call it rent, compared to everybody else out there who's would be looking for a rent today. So how
That's my
quickly
choice. Yep.
how quickly could you pay off the $10,000 loan in 2 months?
Haven't done all the math on that,
Well,
but I'm only paying like $140 a month.
Well, let me
on
start
that
you-
loan.
Yeah,
Let me
5,000
start
a
you
month.
off right.
5,000 a month for 2 months.
Well, you've already got $5,000 cash, so you could put $4,000 on it now, and then have the rest paid off within the next 2 months. So that puts you down to $1,000 emergency fund. You've now paid off your debt in 2 months. Now the key after that is we've got to save up some emergency funds. And
I know they're the experts. I can't see myself putting $4,000 down on a loan. He says he's paying $140 a month. I would probably increase that to maybe $500 a week or something like that. But they're the experts, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not putting $4,000 down on a loan that you can pay back, and as long as you're paying it back on time, your credit is good, and it actually builds credit. But I do understand the point of wanting to knock out debt as quick as possible. So that makes all the sense in the world. I'm just saying somebody to take pretty much all of their savings and put it down. I don't know if I would do that, but if that's their advice, then so be it.
as quickly as you can, save up 3 to 6 months. In your case,
and he can do that relatively quick as a nurse.
I might start with 3 to 4 months and then move on and start baby step 4.
Yeah.
And get to retiring.
Yeah, I want to start saving money by Christmas.
Yeah.
I want you to have $10,000 in the bank and be rid of the $10,000 before Christmas. And
I keep saying 10 grand, 10 grand, 10 grand minimum. We got to start putting in work. 10 grand minimum. It's going to just make life that much easier. We need that 10 grand. we gotta have that 10 grand in the bank. It's just gonna make things so much different. And most financial experts say that.
And start investing like crazy. Sit down with a SmartVestor Pro and dump as much money as you can towards retirement, and build up. And then once you get that going, I'm going to start thinking about. You sound like you're in very good health. I'm going to start thinking about buying something to live in, because you can stabilize. Because at some point out in the future, 10 years from now, let's say, that rent's going to double, triple, whatever it does. And when you can buy something, you lock in the most expensive line item in your personal budget, which is your home budget, your cost of housing, whether it's rental or mortgage or whatever it is. And let's get in that as fast as we can. Something very inexpensive. And it sounds like you're living in something modest now. So a modest 1-bedroom condo that you pay cash for, or that you almost pay cash for and pay off very quickly.
Excellent point. My lady and I were actually talking about that. We most likely won't purchase a house because it's just us, but more so of a condo, just to have something to own down the line, because things are inevitably going to get more expensive. So that's a phenomenal idea.
Kind of a thing is out there, depending on where you're doing your nursing work, and how, what the proximity around town is and all those kinds of things. But yeah, I'm sorry, Mark, you've obviously been through a lot of pain and heartache and heartbreak with that divorce. I'm very sorry for you. It does sound like you've painted yourself into a new future, and I like that painting. It looks good. Let's lean towards that. And it's easy to look back and talk about what once was, and it hurts. But it's very important that you lean into the future right now and clean up this debt, put an emergency fund in place, and then start stacking cash in an investment, and then start thinking about buying a home at some point in the process. So, good questions.
That was dope. And that's why I say we got to be very intentional from a very young age, because like I said, nobody plans to get divorced, but it's important that we try to weed out the wrong people for us, and people change, and I get that, but things can go left. You always have a backup plan to the backup plan, always. This was a very teachable moment. The caller helped me learn things, and hopefully helped you learn things, and just the things that we need to do. But they were speaking facts, especially about that debt. We want to knock out debt as quickly as possible, and that's definitely one of my goals, to knock out all my debt by the middle of next year. And I don't have a lot, you know what I'm saying, just a couple school loans here and there and everything like that, but a couple hospital bills, nothing crazy. Stack that money in that high yield savings account and really just start investing. Doing what I need to do, and doing what you need to do. So I hope everybody got something out of that. It's a cold world out here, but fortunately, a lot of us have nursing licenses, and we can turn things around relatively quickly, because things happen in life. You just never know. But as long as you got a clean license, a clean record, I really feel like with that and God, you can get through anything. So anyway, hit that like button, notification bell, so you don't miss none of the content that we got popping off over here. And let's continue the conversation in the comments. What did you think of this? I thought it was a dope teaching experience. I do feel sorry for the guy, what he's going through, but it just goes to show you that there's no limit to when you can become a nurse. There's no age limit, and it goes to show you that you can turn it around. You can definitely turn it around with some hard work and some effort. So my name is CJ, aka the High Value Nurse, checking in once again. Don't forget to hit that like button, notification button, so you don't miss none of the content. None of it. Go to thehighvaluenurse.com, get you some merch, and until next time, if you don't do anything else, get paid, young nurse, get paid, and save, young nurse, save. Peace.